welcome to Australia.
Thank you.
And your first sort of entrance into the Premier League, and all in all, not a bad sort of effort.
Yeah, it wasn't bad by the boys. I suppose they were just good in front of goal, and we missed our chances.
And, you know, coming up against West Adelaide, first game, was always going to be a big challenge, but I thought your boys really sort of fought it out, and they just sort of got you on the rebound a couple of times in the second half, but all in all, again, I thought you went pretty well.
Yeah, just that extra level. We got to match it. They're the big boys, and that's what we got. That's the level we need to match, I suppose.
Yeah, and any areas that you're sort of looking at after the game and thought you really fell down, or just across the board got to improve?
Yeah, just everywhere. We've got to improve everywhere. Obviously, like I said before, we just got to be good in front of goal. That's what it comes down to. We miss chances.
Well, Joris, you know, next week's another week, so enjoy, get on the track, work hard, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. We'll bounce back.
Joris, I thought the win factor in the first half was a major thing, because you were against that breeze in that first half and you tried to hold on. I mean, they took the lead 2-0 and you came back straight away in the second half to make it 2-1, which gave you a bit of hope.
Yeah, definitely that wind, it sort of affected the way we played out a bit. And they capitalised when we lost the ball. Obviously they had the wind, and they took shots, scored. So just got to be better in possession. Got to try and play on the floor, I suppose.
Being the new team in the Premier League, I mean, obviously a little bit disappointing, the 4-1 loss, but, you know, come back 2-1 and, you know, just lose it at the end there. It gives you a bit of hope for the rest of the season.
I don't think 4-1 really reflected the game. We had, like I keep saying, we had many chances and we just kept missing. And that's what it comes down to. They're the champions and they capitalised.
And I've got Morris Natali here, the coach of the Olympic, and first day at the office in the new Premier League. What's your thoughts?
Oh, look, it's just a vast difference in individual players. Not so much. I think as a team, I thought we did well for 80% of the game, but it's those little 1%ers where we just faltered and got a few things wrong, and they just punish you. And I know that firsthand because being there, I know how clinical these boys are. So.
That's right, you had a bit of intel on this group, but you can only have so much intel when they're spread with such great talent right across the park. But again, I thought you went okay, and I know you're going to digest it and have a good look at it. But 10 new players into your squad, coming up into the Premier League, it's going to take a while for you to balance it all up and work it out the way you'd like to.
Most definitely. I mean, we were a bit underdone coming into the game. We had a couple of players that weren't registered on time for one reason or another. I'm not sure why, but we missed them, and we've got a couple out injured at the moment. So the squad will only get stronger, and I'm confident the boys have trained well and they work well. They're just got to adjust to the pace of the game and understand that you can't make errors.
The one thing that you didn't lack today was a bit of spirit, and right across the board I thought everyone gave it a good crack, and from that perspective you'd have to be happy.
Oh, most definitely. I'm very proud of the boys, their effort. Can't fault that. But at the end of the day, you lose 4-1, so somewhere along the line we've got to start looking at who's accountable for that. And we don't want to lose. It's simple as that. So it's not acceptable, don't get me wrong, but the effort-wise, very, very happy with it.
Michael Papachoalamas, is that one of the players that weren't registered in time?
No, he's actually carrying a slight injury. He should be back within a week or two, so he'll make a big difference to the way we line up. So we had to play a few players out of position, and I think that hurt us in the end.
Who were the players that missed out due to not signing in time?
Not signing. Oliver Tatani and Gino De Lucia.
Gino the goalkeeper. Okay. The first goal that you scored to make it 2-1, I thought Adelaide cut it back beautifully to Waterhouse. So yeah. Is it a couple of good signs for Olympic?
Most definitely, and as Jay just said previously, we had chances. We could have easily got back in that game 2-2, and then it could have been a different, complex of the game, and who knows, we could have gone on with it or not, but we just opened up a little bit too much in the end.
And they spread you so well. I think they used the park so well, and as you said, perhaps a couple of guys out of position, and that's all it took. So, you know, I mean, it's a learning experience, isn't it? You've got to be realistic about things. As much as your goals and dreams can be set high, still going to be a big challenge for you.
Oh, my word. And, you know, we'll get better from this. We'll learn from it. We'll get better from it. Some of these players have never played in the Premier League before. It's first time. So they just got to adjust and understand what it means to play at this level.
Yeah, well, you kicked things off. You had a big crowd here to follow you. So well done, and all the best looking forward.
Thank you very much.
We've got Eli Vlasis here, the skipper of West Adelaide. Victorious West Adelaide tonight, and a good 4-1 win. Yeah. What was your thoughts of it?
The goal today was to get the 3 points, and it was good to go out there and get the win.
You retained a lot of your squad from last year, and it's just so evident. You're just well balanced, very well organised, right across the board. Had Ricky running around like a greyhound out there, and with his touch of class, and thought you should be pretty happy with your overall game tonight.
Yeah, Ricky was causing havoc out there, doing his thing in the front third. That's he's got a licence to do that, along with the other boys. And we added a few other players to the squad who have just gelled in quite well. So things were good out there, some good passages to play. Yeah,
most certainly. I mean, again, right across the board. I mean, guys a bit unheralded like Mitch Nicholson, really strong in the air in the back half, and a powerful leg, which was pretty valuable tonight. It was pretty windy out there.
Yeah, you need your balance of players like Ricky to do his stuff, and like Kratzis to do the magic on the ball, and then you need the people to do the hard work like Mitch, who throws his body around and wins the headers. Wins the stuff in the air.
What about the depth of your team as well?
Yeah, well, like Pez says, the side picks itself based on performances in games and training, and I guess everyone appreciates that, and some boys are going to be a bit unhappy, but that's the way it goes. They'll have their turn, and they'll be hungry.
Yeah, well, good stuff, Eli. Really good start for West Adelaide tonight, so congratulations and all the best moving forward.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, Eli, when Olympic came back to make it 2-1, were the team a little bit worried that because they had the breeze, they were favouring with the breeze?
Yeah,
they were going to come back and 3 points?
At 2-1, we were under a lot of pressure, and we were getting deeper and deeper now in defence, and we just had to weather that storm. And lucky we had right out, finish off a good passage of play, and just get a bit more breathing space. But yeah, there was a passage in there where we were under pressure. We had to wear it, and I think we did that quite well. And we're happy to kick on there, score a couple more goals.
Robbie Lippert didn't play today, he was on the bench. You had Michael Alexandru took his position, and I thought he was one of the players that played really well, close to man of the match.
Yeah, Mickey played very well, strong and focused for the whole game, and he was given a job to do and he did it, so credit to Mickey.
Where's he come from, the juniors, or I heard he had a year off or something?
I think Mickey was born at B27, so he's been at the club forever. He had a year off last year to help out, had a year off to get his body right.
Thanks, mate.
No worries.
Paul Pezos, the West Adelaide coach, and you know, after last season to rebound and come back so strongly, first game, fantastic stuff.
Yeah, it's always tough, you know, winning a championship and coming back to your first game, and some players still dwell on what had been achieved last year, but you know, my job is to make sure their mindset is ready for round one, and credit to the boys. They've been working hard, and we wanted to come for the 3 points, and we achieved that, and that was our goal, so quite pleasing with that.
Yeah, absolutely, and considering that you went the distance last year and also in the FFA Cup, I mean, it was a pretty long season for the boys. Did you have a bit of an extra break, or what was your pre-season?
Yeah, I mean, pre-season was still the same, but we had a little bit longer recovery time off, and obviously we built up a little slower than normal.
I thought your fitness looked really good.
Mine?
Well, yours and the team's,
Yeah.
But I thought your team ran it out pretty hard, because the first half you had the wind, worked hard, did very well, and regardless to defend strongly, and you're seeing your half a bit,
Yeah.
it's pretty taxing. And I thought the boys ran it out pretty well.
Yeah, it was pleasing to see that we worked hard for 90 minutes. It wasn't exactly 90 minutes, but we had a game plan, and the first half was, especially if we're going with the win, to make sure we put a lot of pressure on Adelaide Olympic. And to be fair to the boys, that did that exceptionally well. Second half, we knew that they were going to come at us, and there would be a period where we're going to drop off. And it doesn't matter what team you play in, you're always going to weather some kind of storm from any team. So we're prepared to do that. We're prepared to sit deep. We had some good structure. Unfortunately, they scored a goal, a little bit sloppy defending. Players got caught out of position, which they shouldn't have. But I thought we were strong. I think the players that came on made a good difference, changed the game around. And young boy Ryan, he's only 17. He's super quick, and no one can catch him. I said, mate, you get the ball, just go. And he was super good, And to be fair, Briscoe as well, he did quite a bit. Some of my senior players haven't played a game. Like Briscoe has been out for several weeks. Robbie Lippert, Mitch Nicholson, they've been out for quite a few weeks. So that's their first game back. So quite pleasing.
Clever coaching on your behalf. You really made some moves early in that second half. You didn't ponder, you didn't wait, you didn't get in a position where it might have got a little bit challenging or desperate. You were on the front foot, and I thought it was very well done.
Yeah, sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. I've got it more right than wrong so far, but it's a gamble. And as a coach, I'm one of those coaches that will make that move. I won't wait and wait and wait. If I've got something set in my mind, I'll make sure before I've going to go ahead with it that I see it's becoming a trend, and then I'll make the move. So it doesn't matter who it is. You can be a senior or an experienced player. I'll give everyone an opportunity, and I believe in the squad that I've got that these players can do a job for me.
Yeah, well done.
Paul, the depth of your team is unbelievable this season compared to last year. I mean, you had good depth last year as well, but they have Robbie Lippert, Costa Montes, Tom Briscoe. You said Ryan James as well. You also got Maverick Match that's going to come into the squad, so you've got big depth in the team.
Yeah, it's quite handy to have, and it is a headache for me too as a coach, because you've got good quality players, you've got some players with big egos as well, and at the end of the day, we set the rules down at the beginning of the year, we set the non-negotiables as well, and at the end of the day, everyone has to give 100%. Whether it's training game day, they select themselves, they know that. There's going to be some unhappy players, but that's football. And some of the players all the squad that I've got are good players that can play in any NPL team. But they want to be here. They get trained well. They get looked after like professionals. They wear semi-professional environment, but I try and make it as professional as possible. The club does the same thing. So I've got a lot of players that are happy to be here.
And the players that you picked up for this season that played Tanaka played the whole game. Perry Mitchell came off late in the second half. I thought they did a great job as well.
Yeah, like I said, credit to all the players. You look at Tanaka, played 90 minutes. He's only been with us 2 weeks, so he's still learning our structure. He's still working out our systems of play and responsibility. So he's learning, and it's hard because he can't speak English properly. But he's got football is a world football. You can speak any language, and he adapts quite well. Pez is another one just come in. He's been injured. It's his second game back. So I haven't had these players for full pre-season, 12 weeks. So credit to all of them. Credit to all of them, not just those players, but to the whole squad. They all push each other and keep everyone honest.
And Ricardo da Silva got a Man of the Match award today. Kenneth King Man of the Match. He looks much fitter compared to. He's playing in the back. He's playing up front. He's playing in the midfield. He had a great game.
Ultimate professional at 32 years of age. Ultimate professional. Whether he's at the training ground or off the training ground.
Is he fitter this year?
He's fitter. He's fitter. He worked quite hard in the off-season. Worked hard in pre-season, and in the 2-week break that we had over Christmas, he worked hard. And he knows that because obviously age, when you get older, you become a little bit slower. I think he's getting quicker. And he's the best player to have in your team, a real good leader and a positive person around.
Thanks, Paul.
No worries.
Yeah, look, the reigning premier, no honeymoon for you, straight back into it. Well done.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.